All right, we're getting started. Welcome everyone. We are going to do today in Ageless Balance with Ron leading. I got my introduction out of order, so I thought I'd try to do it seamlessly so you wouldn't see the changes, but then I brought them up, so now I guess you got them. We're going to start out seated, warming up. Then we're going to go to standing balance exercises, but we're going to do fun balance exercises today. I had talked about maybe doing basic, but I found some fun ones that I want to do instead. We're going to use the chair for them, but right now, let's just get warmed up. It's Monday. We had a weekend off, so let's get our body ready for the exercises. Shoulders back, find your neutral position. Let me turn to the side as I always do for this. I should just start this way. Ears, shoulders, hips, all in alignment. Eyes right straight out in front of you. Knees and toes, all in alignment. So you got the ankles, the knees, hips, shoulders all lined up. No toes in, toes out, knees together or knees out. Make these muscles work, all of them, all the way up, all the way down, to keep you aligned, taking as much stress off of the shoulder or off the joints as possible. All right, now we got that. We got the posture check. Bring the arms up overhead. And if you can't get them overhead, then you get them where you can get them to. And back down. I can't get them up overhead yet, so just give me a couple seconds here. Couple times up. Roll it up. Deep breath in, let it go down. They're warming up. I can feel it. One more time, I can get them up there. I know it. Creak, creak. I got them. Fingers are touching. Yay, bring it back down again. So however high is right for you. Right now my shoulders are a little stiff, so I gave it some time to get it up there. Small shoulder rolls. Back first. Roll them. And we start getting them a little bit bigger. Elbows at 90. Doing a little bigger rotation. Putting some weight out there. Give it some lever length. A little bigger circles. Feel the chest squeeze. Feel the back squeeze. Chest squeeze on the way forward. Back shoulder blade squeezing on the way back. And let's reverse. Going forward, same thing. Keep it small. Don't go big yet. We're getting there. You have to wait for me to get there before you can go there. You don't. You can go there. Just listen to your body. Arms out to the side. Small circles back. All kinds of lever length. If this doesn't work for you, don't do it. Just take those arms out as far as they'll go. Palms up on the way up, palms down on the way down, squeezing the shoulder blades back as you go back. So on that one, I could feel my body starting to lean forward, shoulders kind of crunching out front. Don't let that happen. No hunching. And go forward this time. Big circles, down on the way down, up on the way up. Keep the elbows bent just a little bit. Don't lock out completely. Shoulder blades back. Look out in front of you. Look right in front. And bring it around. And back down. Shake that out. Lower body. Starting out with just that nice little march. Heel comes up first, then the ball of the foot. Knee stays straight. Concentration is right here, keeping the knees, toes, and hips in alignment. And up. Shoulder blades stay back. Chest is out. We don't lose that neutral position. If you're having problems holding that neutral, grab onto the back or the bottom of the chair. Bottom of the seat. Back of the chair, wherever. Shoulder blades stay back though, keeping yourself in neutral. And then once you've got it, once the hip flexors are warmed up, once you can pick that leg up, you find it's a little bit easier. And then we can get opposite arm, opposite leg involved. So once they warm up, it's a little easier to pick the leg up. Your body's in neutral position. It'll stay there on its own, hopefully. And like that, bringing that knee up just a little bit higher each time. And we're good. Arm crosses. Arms out to the side, shoulder blades back, chest is wide open. Arms come across. So left arm on top, first time through. Roll the shoulders. Roll them out as far as you can. Forward. Bring the hands reaching as far out as you can. And then bring them back. shoulder blades back, opening up the chest on this one again. And now right hand over the left. Same thing, reach out as far as you can. Listen to my shoulder, crunch and crack, and stretching out the back. And back again. It's a good crack, though. It was a good crunch. I got like another inch out of that stretch from it. Left hand over the top and back one more time. Shoulder blades are back. Bring it up. Cross body. Oh, that one felt really good. That was my favorite right there. Right there. All right, back to the lower body. We're going to bring one leg up at a time. Start with my left leg, your right. Bring it up. Check alignment. Get that knee up as high as you can. Shoulder blades are back. If you're holding on here right now to hold your neutral position, perfect. But then see if you can let go and maintain that position without the shoulders rolling forward. So get yourself in neutral. If you bring the chin to the chest, you can get the knee up higher. No, don't do that. That's just bad for you. And bring it back down. That's really hard on the lower back as you go forward like that. Other side. Hold on. Knee up as high as it'll go with the shoulder blades back as far as you can get them. And then let go and see if you can hold that right there. And back down, back over to the other side. Up. And back down nice and slow. Bring it up. Heel first, toe first. Alignment. Crucial. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. You're out on the edge of the chair. You're not doing this all the way back by the seat. If you're all the way back by the back of the chair, the seat of the chair is doing the work for you. Core doesn't have to. Get out as far as you can and do this. And back down that you can let those fingers go. Up one more time. Hold. And bring it down again. Arms out. To the side. In a T. We're going to take that left hand. Bring it around. Across. Don't turn the torso to reach. This is an upper back shoulder stretch. Elbow up. It's an archer. Make a fist. Bring that arm across. Open up. Roll the shoulder blades back as far as they'll go, keeping the chest open. Feels good. And the other side. Bring that right arm across as far as you can get it. That's all the farther you need to go. Don't reach. Don't lean. Keep that back straight. Spine does one thing. We're rotating it. And back out. Only rotation happens in the middle of the spine. So as you bring that arm across, you get that rotation. Hand up. Elbow back. Open it up wide. Other side. Reach. And across. And arms down. That felt good. Hip hinge. Let's go back to the lower body. Give the shoulders a break. Feet apart. Toes out at a 45. Knees follow. Biggest thing on this one, don't let the knees collapse. Don't let them flare. Feet right on the floor. Hands on the thighs. Keeping the shoulder blades back. This is just a hip hinge. Kind of concentrate on that spine. Nothing should move except the hip. So you're getting no shoulders down, no chin, no chest. No spine bending. Push up through the hands, through the palm of the hands. Using those arms, using the chest to get you back up again. And again, take it down. So the head stays in a straight line, spine all the way up into the base of the skull as you come down. So your eyes are sweeping. Get down as deep as you can and then push up with the hands. And hold right there. Let's make this a little more fun. Hands if you can. If you can keep the back straight. Shoulder blades back, chest out. Start with that. So scoop the chest out. Bring the shoulder blades down. And then do that hip hinge again. Bringing the hands down between the legs. And where we're going to go with this is once you feel the weight in the heel to the ball of the foot. A little stretch in the inner thighs. Drop the shoulders, not the chin. Drop the shoulders and just let them whirl to the floor, little circles with the arms, one way, then the other. Feel the work happening in the feet. Keep the toes off the floor. Don't put all the weight in the toes. And now reach under the chair as far as you can. So you're going to shoulder blades back. Chin down, looking at the floor, reaching as far under as you can. Don't let the chin or the head come below the chest. And then bring it back up again, rolling those shoulder blades back, bringing the arms out to the sides. And you just had a great lower back glute hamstring stretch. Bring it down, shake it out. Back up top. Bring the arms up in an elbow fly. So 90 degrees on those elbows, right out in front of the torso. Elbows out, reach back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to take a slide up here. So you've got the elbows back, or the shoulders back as far as they'll go. Slide the arms up overhead, a little behind the head. Make sure you're looking straight forward, keeping those shoulder blades squeezed together as much as you can. You should feel all sorts of stretch in the shoulder, from the middle of the body, middle of the shoulder, all the way out through the front. Again, right straight up. Don't let the hands go forward. Don't release on this. You get that external rotation, creating that goalposts. Up, reach, and back down again. Bring the elbows together. Right in front. Squeeze it. Bring it back out one more time. Elbows back. Up overhead. Reach high. Back down. Elbow fly back in the front. Back out to the side. Elbows down toward the torso, keeping the shoulder blades back. Arms out, and then drop it down. And relax. That's fun. All right. We're 15 minutes in. Nah, we're really not, because of the lost time we had at the beginning. Let's go on with a couple more. Let's start out with just leg out and back in, out to the other side and in. Reach, bring it back. So what we're concentrating on here is hip bones. Hip bones do not turn. Hips don't turn. You're not sliding around. It is up, out, tap. Bring it in. You do not have a turntable underneath you. Out and back, you're glued. The sits bones are glued to the chair. And back in, out, and in. This time, as you step out, take that arm, reach across, roll the shoulders, reach as high as you can, and then bring it back in again. So we're not leaning out, trying to get the body out there, see how far we can bend. We're taking the shoulders, we're rotating them, and reaching out without that back bend. You don't want to rotate the spine and bend it at the same time. Around, reach, and back in, step out, reach up at a diagonal, bring it back, getting those hips warmed up right here. Hopefully you're at the edge of your chair in suspense, in excitement. Out and in, out and in. All right. Kind of the same thing, except arm out. We're going to bring the leg up, elbow across, rotating the shoulders the opposite way this time, and out. So we're starting out here, then we're bringing that elbow across, knee up, not turning the hip, not bending. We don't have to touch the knee with the elbow. This is just rotate the shoulders, pick that leg up, foot goes to the outside, feel the muscles working on the inner thigh, and then step out. So you're always keeping that foot out to the side as you do this. Elbow down, knee comes up, sits bones don't move. Up. Opposite leg, foot stays flat on the floor. Mine was starting to roll. Up and out. Working the hips, inner thighs, outer hip, obliques on the side of the torso. Up and back to the other side, arm out. Leg goes out a little bit, but mostly you get that rotation out with the lower half of the leg. Bring the shoulder back, external rotation through the arm as well, and bring it together and extend. Crunch it all in. Squeeze those core muscles as you bring it together and back out. Keep the foot out as far as you can. So again, don't bend the back to try to touch. It is just in. Don't even straighten the foot out so that you can get that knee up higher. You want that leg to stay out there. You're coming in at a diagonal. You're keeping it at a diagonal and then out again. You can feel those muscles working like crazy on the outside of the hip. Up and back out. Two more. One and out. One more. Up and back. Ooh. All right. We're going to take out to the outside. Foot out. Foot in. Foot out. Foot in. A little slower here. Just step. Last one was kind of an aerobic-y thing, so just take your time. Step, bring it in, step, bring in upper body with it, arms up overhead. It is a seated step jack. And back down, out, arms up, and back in. Step out to the outside, and back, out. And then take that toe, point it at a diagonal, reach out as far as you can with that foot, arms up overhead at the same time. Sits bones, don't move. And back in. Have I mentioned that before? Glued to the seat? If I didn't, I did. I know. Up and back down. There's a fly on my forehead right now. You probably can't see it. I can feel it. Up. It's on my nose. And whew, we're good. Now, grab a drink of water. Let's stand up for a second. Grab your water. We're going to go up. We're going to go up top. Standing, because we got all sorts of fun exercises to do here. You should feel pretty stretched out at this point in time. Get you ready for a Monday. Get you into your week. All loosey-goosey kind of thing. All right. First thing we're going to do. First thing is don't need the chair. We're just going to take a little step forward. Just step out. Opposite hand. Push. It's a jab. But again, it's the shoulders rotating. Reach. Bring it back. Important things to take under consideration. There we go. Don't lean forward as you punch. Shoulders stay back, chest stays out. Rotating the shoulders, not the hips, and bringing it back in. You're looking to stretch out that spine on this one. Out. And bring it back. Cross body as far as you can go. Back shoulder goes back. This is not just reaching across with the front. That is one of the wrong things that we don't teach well with rotation when we do exercises, is getting those shoulders to rotate instead of just reaching that arm across. We can get that thoracic spine, so we can get some rotation, get some good rotation in there. Keeps the middle of the back from hurting too, as well as under the shoulder blades. That can get super tight. We're stretching them out here, around and back, around, and bring it back. We're going to grab onto the chair now. We're going to step back into a reverse lunge. As you step it back, bring the arm back up overhead. Stretching out that shoulder. Hyperextending the back. Get it back there. Get your weight into that back leg. And then step forward. Again, back in that reverse lunge. Knees over the ankles. Up. Knee over the ankle on the front leg. Knee in alignment with the ankle on the back leg. And bring it up one more time. Step it back. Reach back. Put some stretch into that front and back down. We're going to go the other side. So I want you to hold on the chair so you can really get back. Get some good stretch through here. Step it back, reverse lunge. Reach that arm back as far as it'll go. And bring it up. Two more. Step it back. Come down just a little bit in that lunge. Roll the shoulder back. And then you should feel the muscles working around the shoulder blade and underneath it as you stretch that front out. And then roll the shoulder blades back, staying straight. Don't let yourself twist. And back up. Again. It just gets better. It gets better with every exercise, doesn't it? All right. Hang on to the chair. Going back to the other side we are. Onto the side. High knee up. Bring that knee up. Stop here. Wherever the highest part is for you, get there. And what you want to make sure of is make sure you don't feel yourself leaning forward at all. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, which means you're not going to be able to get that leg as high, and that's okay. The other thing you want to make sure of is we like to think we can get that leg up really high. So what we do is we kind of roll it out to the side and bring it up on the side. You want to bring it right straight up. It's the hardest way to do it, but that's what we want. We need to keep that alignment. Muscles are stronger on the outside. They automatically take that out and back down. We don't want that. Arm up overhead, right straight down. Crunch it all together, working the core. Exhale. And back out. Shoulder blades stay back. Don't lean into this one. It is and back out. Down, squeeze it all together. Stretch that arm out, get that knee up as high as you can. That's why we have the chair. We're not trying to balance. What we're trying to do is get that leg up as much as we can. Feel the stretch through the back chain. Feel the muscles working in front of the hip. those hip flexors. Bring that leg up and back out one more time. Up, working the core right here and out other side. Whew. These exercises always get my lower body. My quadriceps are always so tired by the end of this. All right, let's go. Other side. Hip in. Squeeze it. And extend out. Knee up, arm down. Crunch it all together in the middle. And push back up. Feel those muscles contract. When you get all the air out of the lungs, you do that by squeezing those muscles in the stomach. And then inhale again. 2 more. And out, last one. And back up. Arm down. Next, step jack. So remember we did step jacks seated? We're going to do step jack. We're going to do it a little differently this time. Instead of stepping out to the outside and bringing the arms up, we're going to step around to the back in a skater, arms up, and back down. Working the brain a little different. Here's where you're really being careful. Here's where you're being conscious of. The hips aren't turning as you bring that leg around. Hips stay forward. Pick up that foot. It doesn't have to go back very far. This isn't way back into a lunge. This is just a skater. Step around. What you're looking for is the movement through that hip on that moving leg and going behind, working those inner thighs to pull that leg across. Working the hips to keep them straight. Remember, no movement requires muscle too. Up and around. Keeping something stationary means the muscles have to tighten up around it, which works those muscles. And bring it back. Working the brain too, because this is different than what we normally do. Last one. Up and over, and bring it back. Whoo! Arm up over the top. Stretch. Just a stretch. Over. Head up on the inside of that upper arm, on the inside of it. Bring it down right straight. Arm, ear, spine, all in alignment. Come down as much as you can. Bring the hand out. Let that weight bring you up. To the other side. Same thing. Up. Pull it over the top. Ear on the inside. Everything in alignment. I can feel the stretch all the way up through the hip. Through the obliques, on the side of the core, the rib cage, through the shoulder, all the way up through the arm. Push off the chair just a little bit. And bring yourself back up. Again. All right, let's get into those leg strengthening exercises. Grab onto the back of the chair. Shoulder blades are back. Find your neutral position. Start with those knees bent just a little bit. Feel the floor, ball of the foot to the heel, inside to out, all the way down. We're going to bring the heel up off the floor, leaving that ball of the foot on the floor all the way across, inside to out. Squeeze those muscles in the back of the lower leg, those calf muscles, and then nice and slow, drop down. Keep the knees bent. Don't put the weight into the toes. Weight goes into the ball of the foot. That's what's sustaining us. Toes can't do it. It causes all sorts of stress on those toe joints. If you do that, you want to make sure that you're using the ball of the foot, hinging at the heel, and the knuckles on the toes. Back up. Nice and high. You can make this a little harder by staying up here for a while or pulsing at the top, just letting those heels drop an inch and then bring it right back up again. Squeezing those muscles in the back of the lower leg up and up. And it feels like it's going to want to cramp. Come on back down. So what we're looking at doing is strengthening up these muscles in the back of the leg to lift that heel, which we need when we walk, because that's the first part of the gait pattern, is lift the heel before we step forward. All right, next, hamstring curls. Now we're going to work up here. So we work lower leg. Now we're going to work the back of the upper leg, back of that thigh, bringing that heel back and up. It's an arc. It is an arc. Always think about that as you're bringing that foot up, knees stay side by side, little bend in that stationary leg knee, and you just bring that heel up as high as you can, keeping that bend in the knee. So you can get it up a lot higher. It feels like it's higher if you bring the knee forward. It's not what we're looking for. You want those knees side by side, working that muscle in the back of the thigh. Feel it tighten up to lift that lower leg, and then nice and slow back down again. And the thing we can add to this that gives us so much more effect from this exercise is when you get to where it stops, squeeze it once, and then drop down nice and slow. Keeping the shoulders square to the floor. Up, don't let yourself twist. Squeeze. And back down. So you should feel that last little squeeze should really contract those muscles tight. Almost like it's going to cramp up when you do that. And then just let go. Nice and slow. Control the drop down. Other side. Up, up, up. And again, taking your time. Ball the foot to the heel with a little bend in the knee on the stationary leg. Don't ever forget that. Don't you ever forget that. And bring it back down. Up. Oh, that muscle is tight. I can feel that like it really wants to cramp up. I get it up there, give it one last squeeze, and it's fighting me. It's saying, what? No, not today, Ron, not today. And back down. A couple more times up. Last one, bring it up. Hold. And back down. Again. Now, back to the lower leg, the shins. Toes up. I'm going to hold on to the chair because this is not as a hard balance. This isn't just let go and try to balance. What we want to do is work the muscles around the shin bones, muscle on each side. Those muscles lift the toe up or lift that foot up and then drop back down. A little bend in the knee. It's really easy to lock this one out and kick the butt up. Keep yourself in neutral. Lift the toes up. Because if you push the butt out and straighten out the knees, toes come up a lot higher. But that's not what we're looking for. We want as much movement as we can get. I want you to feel the muscles working from about mid to upper foot up through the ankle, going up through the shin. As you lift that up, hold it. See if you can squeeze those muscles just a little bit tighter, lifting a little higher and back down. If we do this like this, the most movement we should get out of those feet is 30 degrees maximum. They don't come up any higher. So we're not thinking that we should get the toes up as high as possible because possible is very, very limited. There's not a lot of movement in this joint in this direction. Again, feel those muscles working in the front of the ankle, which is fantastic because we do always need to strengthen up the ankles. Up. And back down one more time. Bring it up. Hold it. And back down. Whew. Again. We're working a piece at a time. All right. Now we're going up to the thighs. Lift the leg. Single leg up. Out. And in. And back down. We're going to stay on the same side. If you can, don't put the foot back on the floor. So shoulder blades are back. A little bend in that stationary leg, knee. Foot on the floor. Up. Out at the knee. How high you get the knee really doesn't matter. It's how high your body will let you take it up. That's all the farther those muscles will work. Extend. How far out the leg goes doesn't matter either. What you're looking at are these hamstring muscle or these quadricep muscles that are tightening up to lift that lower leg and bring it down. Take your time. Out. Too often I see that kick, and it's just momentum and gravity doing the work. Up. Slow back down. Releasing these muscles slowly. Up. Contraction. And then extension of that muscle. Back out or relaxation. Bring it up. Front of the thigh is what we're looking at here. Up. Squeeze. And back down. Out. And back in. We're going to the other side. So starting out, hold on to that chair for balance. This is a strength exercise, not a balance exercise. Stationary leg, foot's flat on the floor, micro bend in the knee. Leg up. out, and back in. Keep that knee up as high as you can get it. Really important here, don't let the shoulders come down. As you bring that foot out, a lot of times you're going to bring the shoulder blades down, or keep the chin, or getting the chin to the chest, hunching the back. You want to keep your maintain your neutral position, and back in. Plus, you're going to feel these muscles work a whole lot more when you do that. These quadriceps really get engaged then because they're lifting as much as they can. If you bring the shoulders down, you're just kind of using these hip flexors to lift the leg. All we want is that knee to extend. And back in, out, controlling it. Contract the muscles when you get to the top. Don't lock the knee out so the knee doesn't go backwards. There's just right before it completely straightens out, you're stopping it and bringing it back in 2 more times. Up and in. Last one. Out, hold, and back in again. And down. Grab a drink of water. One more time. Take a break before we go into the last piece. The last piece will still be standing. We're working our way up the body. So we started with the ankles on those raises, worked the calf muscles, then we worked up to the hamstrings in the back, worked the shins, worked the quadriceps in the front. Every muscle is required for walking. The stronger they are, the more safer you're going to be when you walk, the more you'll be able to pick up that foot. The more stable you will be. So the next one is hip flexors right here, front of the hip. And that is lifting the entire leg up. So finding your neutral position, shoulder blades back, little bend in both knees, taking that leg and just bring it up. And back down. Concentrate on the only thing moving is that hip joint. These muscles are contracting at the very top of the leg. Lifting that leg up. Shoulders stay back, bring it up. Hold it there, see if you can get just another ½ inch out of it. And back down. Again, it's that last tight contraction. Once you get where you think you're at the end, give it one last contraction, hold for just half a count. And back down again. And that's where you get 15 minutes worth of exercise out of this. It doubles the effort. And back down. It doubles the effect. It doubles the benefit of the exercise. Just with that little move. And then relax it. So we don't have to make the exercises longer. We don't have to go longer. What we have to do is do them right. And really hit into those muscles. If you do it right, in the right form, hitting the right muscles, you can get it done, as much done in less time as somebody who's spending an hour doing it wrong, bringing the head down, and they're still not getting the benefit of the exercise. And they're probably going to end up getting hurt. All right, other side. We don't want hurt. Hurt's bad. All right. Up. Other side. I went to the other side. Make sure knee, toe, hip are all aligned. This one, it's really easy to go out to the side and kick out. These muscles are tight or stronger. Kick in. The muscles on the inner thigh are tighter, so it'll keep that heel in. You're going to bring it right straight up. And back down. Stationary leg, little bend in the knee. Weight, ball the foot to the heel. Knees bent just a little bit here on this front leg. And down. Swing up. One last squeeze. Hold it. And then back down. A couple more. Up. Squeeze. And back down. Last one. Last one. And back down. Front of the hips. Glutes. Glute muscles. Hold on to the back of the chair. Bring that heel up. Same thing you did in the front. This time you're doing it back. Lift. Squeeze this muscle. You're going to feel the muscles working right at the base of the butt. Top of the leg, right in that glute fold. Up. Squeeze. One last contraction. And then bring it down. Up. So my stationary leg's getting really tired. So I'm really making sure that I'm keeping it in alignment and that knee bent. Because if I lock the knee out, I don't have to use as many muscles. And with the leg being tired, it's going to go to that without me thinking. So I want to make sure I keep hands on the chair so I don't twist. and back down. Again, as that lower body gets tired, and remember this when you're done exercising, your lower body is going to be tired. When you walk, make sure that you're safe. Make sure you're picking up those legs. Be very conscious of every step you take. And down. They're not going to want to move as much as they normally would once they've been worked out. Up. Squeeze. Everything's in alignment yet. And down one last time. Up. And back down. Other side. Other side. Foot back. Shoulder blades back. Lift. Feel those muscles working. Those glutes. Feel them tighten up. And release. I come back to the middle, leave a little bend in the knee. So instead of just leaving my foot weighing back, I bring it in with that bend in the knee and then kick it back up. So I leave enough bend in the knee that I can get the foot underneath me for just a second and then back up, squeezing the muscle all the way up. So I'm keeping that muscle under tension longer, using it to contract, to lift the leg all the way up from straight down to as far back as I can get it. Remember, give that extra squeeze at the end. Stationary leg, ball of the foot to the heel, little bend in the knee. And back down. 2 more. Lift. And back down. Last one. Up. Squeeze it. And back down. We only got one thing left. Outside of the hip. And those medial glutes right on the side of the butt. Toes are forward, little bend in the knees. Everything's lined up. We're going to lift the leg to the side. Here's what we're not going to do. Toe does not go out to the side and the foot go forward. This is easy right here. Using the wrong muscles. We're using the muscles in the front of the leg to do that lift. So what we want to do, keeping the foot straight, using the muscles on the outside and inside of the legs. And those glutes on the side, lifting out to the side, toe forward, legs in the same plane. And back in. Use the chair so that you don't lean out on the side. This is really easy to do. We're counterbalancing. But the problem is you are now in multiple directions. If you were doing this and you were falling to the side, you've got nothing over the center where your base really is. You're hanging way out over the side. This way, you're right over your stationary leg. All you need to do is bring this leg in. Out. If you're out here, you've got to try to find center again with both sides moving. Up. And back down. Squeeze it. You want to feel this in the outside of the hip and in the side of the glute there. Those muscles on the side. Up. And back down. You feel it in the muscles on the other side. Again, medial glutes. One's right on the outside, the middle of the butt. Up. And back down one more time. Squeeze it with that heel up. And back down. So it feels like you're leading with the heel when you do this. Other side. Get your neutral position. Make sure the shoulder blades are back. Every time. We really need to start consciously thinking about being in neutral position anytime we start moving. Out. And when we stop, we should always realign because we get out of line. The other thing is if you're sitting down, there's a real tendency to just let the shoulders roll forward. Think about it. Bring yourself up. Bring that pelvis forward. Up. Be conscious of it all the time. Stronger you can make those muscles, the less work it's going to be because they'll go there automatically. Up. So the more times you take it there, you're creating that muscle memory and you're creating the strength that's going to take the body where it needs to be. Up. Where you want it to be, where it should be. Where it was meant to be. It's meant to be stacked right up on top. All the joints lined up. Out to the side, and every muscle along the side has to help that by holding right in the middle. Core, hips, ankles, knees, everything. They should always be lined up. Out. Squeeze those muscles on the side. You have to do the work. Up. Squeeze one last time. That little extra kick. Last one. Up. Squeeze it. And back down again. Grab a drink of water. Let's finish up. Seated. My legs are wobbly. I do all these exercises right along with you. I take it as hard as I can. I make my muscles work just as much because I want the same benefits that I want you to have. I'm not, when I teach on these, it's not just so, you can do an exercise. It is so that we can get stronger and that we can get safer. And I want to be there too. I want to be strong as old as I get. I want to be in alignment. I want those muscles to be tight. I want them to be strong. I don't want to lose my muscle density. All right, feet out, hands on the thighs, bring it down the middle. Oh, that stretch feels good. Down, keep the knees out. Deep breath, exhale, pushing up through the hands to bring yourself back up again. We're going to do that swan dive underneath the chair. So starting out with just a hip hinge, rolling the shoulders to the floor, looking right down at the floor. Reach the hands back as far under the chair as you can, or as far back as you can get. Bring them forward, hands first, pushing through the palm of the hands, and bringing you back up again. The best stretch for the outside of the hips, and we need this one. Ankle on the shin, bring it up, right out here. So shoulder blades stay back. Grab onto the back of the chair if you need to. You're going to feel those muscles stretching on the outside of the hip. That's what we're looking for. It's the only thing we're looking for. How high you bring that leg up, that knee up on the shin, or how high you get the knee. That's all you have to do. It's not in the back. You don't have to lean forward. And release, other side, same thing. Ankle on the shin, walk it up. Shoulder blades are back. Remember, the only place you want to feel stretch is on the outside of the hip, not in the front of the hip, not those hip flexors. Not for this stretch, not what it's for. A lot of knots in there. And relax right there. Take the leg out to the side. Just step it out and around. Get as much stretch as you can on the inner thigh. Knee and toe are in the same direction. Shoulder blades are back. Just stretch it out. That's all we're looking for. Bring it back to the center. Other side, same thing. Up and out. Much stretch as you can get. Deep breath in. Exhale. And bring it on back. Right up there. Roll yourself down on your thighs. Bring the chin down. We're going to roll the shoulder blades back. Arms out. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Bring the shoulder blades back. Deep breath in through the nose. Push the stomach out. And exhale. First time you do that for the day, you should really feel those lungs open up in places that they weren't before. It shows you exactly where we don't get to every day when we're just regularly breathing. That's why deep breath exercises are so important. Up overhead. Deep breath in through the nose, push the stomach out. And remember, that part that you're not filling with air regularly is where the blood or where the oxygen is picked up into the bloodstream. So you really need it down there. One more time. Up, shoulder blades back, chest out. Deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out, force it out, push the stomach out, and bring the arms down. So just like when you contract the muscles in this core, pushing the diaphragm up to get the air out, when you let that stomach go out, diaphragm drops, opening up, new lung. All right, we're good. Thank you guys for being here. I super appreciate it, and I will see you again Wednesday. Wednesday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Thanks, Donna.